Hi, it's Johanna and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a long-awaited by me video on my first perfume in childhood. This is it. This is the bottle and this is the perfume. Now this was not mine as far as I know, but it did come from the same state. So I bought this on eBay. This came from Pennsylvania and that was the state that I lived in. So it is strawberry scented essence oil by the company called Spiritual Sky, and they were operating out of Culver City, California in the 1970s, 80s, and I'm not sure when they stopped. But I did find an article from 1980 in the previous video I did on this. I said 1984. This article that I found in the newspaper was in the Fresno Bee, so that's in California, Sunday, June 29th, 1980, and page 17. And this is the article. It's called Krishna-Linked Businesses Rake in Fortune. And then there's a picture of the person, well, it's a goddess that's on here too, but it's a different picture of the goddess in the middle of the first page of this article. This article appears on 3 separate pages. It says this is the last of a 4-part report. Oh, so I should seek other articles in other dates around this time. On the Hare Krishna movement. It was compiled following a 3-month investigation by Sacramento Bee staff writers Paul Avery and Joe Quintana and Lake County Record Bee reporter Peter Knudsen. The Hare Krishna movement has a fortune stashed in a maze of intricate financial holdings the Bee has found. In California alone, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, and its devotees do business under at least a dozen different names. Okay. So, in 1975, they started this business. They organized the Spiritual Sky company, and then they started selling incense and perfume oils through this company in January of 1976, the year I was born. And I was given this as a gift when I was about 9 years old, and so I was about 3rd grade, and I was given it by my aunt, and I don't know when she got it. I think it was still in the packaging, but I'm not 100% sure. So it says 1/4 fluid ounce, yes, Culver City, California, and then the zip code. So it's a goddess and she's playing a flute. She's got a flower in her hair and she's got beads wrapped around like a head dressing. And she's got some gold bracelets on her arm, her left arm. And then here in the picture, it's her, but it's just a different drawing of her. In California alone, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, and its devotees do business under at least a dozen different names. Among the California businesses are a publishing firm, an incense and essential oils manufacturing company, a separate incense and oils distribution firm, a bullet manufacturing operation, a 24-track recording studio, a warehouse equipped to supply 45 artists, a catering service, and a travel agency. Additionally, ISKCON and its followers in California own at least 1,100 acres on 3 farm ranches and millions of dollars in developed urban property, including almost all of 4 square blocks in Culver City and most of the 2 adjoining blocks in Berkeley. The Hare Krishna movement in California also operates a fleet of owned and leased vehicles that range from a tractor to a Mercedes and 2 Porsches that U.S. Customs recently seized because the vehicles allegedly were smuggled into the country. Perhaps the best illustration of the intricacy of ISKCON finances begins with the activities of 3 ISKCON devotees, James Immel, William Benedict, and William Duria. On January 6, 1976, Immel, Benedict, and Duria met in Berkeley to establish 2 corporations. The first was ISKCON of the Bay Area, Inc., a Berkeley-based nonprofit corporation that is tax-exempt because it legally is a religious organization. The second was a private profit-making incense and oils wholesale distribution firm, Balarama's Enterprises, Inc. Incorporated in this way, Balarama's legally is not part of ISKCON of the Bay Area. However, the Bee has learned that Benedict, Balarama's president since its inception, has told police that the corporation is in fact controlled by ISKCON. Benedict said that Balarama's profits, it grossed about $400,000 last year. So this was written in 1980, so that would have been 1979. It grossed $400,000. And most of his salary are turned over to ISKCON. That the corporation bought a $60,000 airplane primarily for use by Srila Pansuda Swami Maharaja, the guru who headed ISKCON of the Bay Area, until he was deposed in April of 1980. that Hansuda ordered him to give stock in the corporation to two devotees, and that the guru put himself and the two devotees on Balarama's board of directors. Benedict revealed this to police investigating the February 2nd theft of his briefcase, credit cards, and checks. And then this is the picture that is also on the first page of this article. This is a barn, and it says large letters on the roof identify the owners of this rural barn. It says Hare Krishna Farm on the top of the roof. The ongoing police investigation in turn revealed that weapons and $11,000 worth of goods acquired with the credit cards and checks stolen from Benedict were stored at Mount Kilesa and ISKCON Farm near Lakeport. In one of the aspects of the investigation, police also discovered that one of the devotees, the guru reputedly imposed on Balarama's, Walter Burstengel, was the president of Mount Kilesa Farm, which police raided. Burstengel disappeared before the raid. He is a fugitive wanted for questioning and for an unrelated Mendocino County burglary. In the meantime, the second incorporator, Duria, had his own troubles with the law. In a trial early this year, Duria testified that the one-time president of ISKCON's Laguna Beach temple recruited him as a courier for a drug smuggling ring that allegedly laundered illicit profits through Prasadam Distributing International, a firm created and operated by ISKCON devotees. Although ISKCON spokesmen repeatedly insist that the devotees involved in Prasadam and the drug smuggling were disavowed, one convicted heroin dealer said he had funneled more than $2 million to ISKCON's now deceased founder, and some witnesses said Prasadam was funded by the Hare Krishna movement, according to federal indictments and related court documents. Additionally, some of the Prasadam's associates were seen at ISKCON functions after they had supposedly been excommunicated. While Duria and Benedict went their ways, the third incorporator, James Immel, became one of the Krishna movement's 11 ruling gurus and took over ISKCON operations in London. But the basic framework of ISKCON's complex financial structure in California is a network exemplified in many ways by the tandem creation of ISKCON of the Bay Area and Balarama's enterprises. On June 5th, 1975, Immel helped incorporate Spiritual Sky Scented Products Incorporated, an incense and oils manufacturing firm. They manufactured this. Yay! So happy to hear them talking about my company. That had been a division of ISKCON Inc., a New York-based corporation under whose charter the Hare Krishna movement legally existed in California at the time. As part of the arrangement, ISKCON Inc. of New York loaned Spiritual Sky $282,000 and negotiated royalty agreements that entitled ISKCON Inc. to 7.5% of Spiritual Sky's net sales. Spiritual Sky, as a separate entity, however, did not begin doing business until January 1976, and on November 13, 1975, Immel helped incorporate ISKCON of California Inc., a religious nonprofit corporation based in Los Angeles and Culver City. One of the first major moves of ISKCON of California was to acquire by deed of gift the interests in Spiritual Sky held by the New York-based ISKCON Inc. The advantage of such an arrangement is that Balarama's buys a considerable portion of its goods from Spiritual Sky. Thus, under the arrangement described by Benedict, ISKCON of the Bay Area profits by taking Balarama's earnings, and ISKCON of California gains by taking a percentage of Spiritual Sky sales to Balarama's. A federal judge in Los Angeles noted, quote, Spiritual Sky was and is undercapitalized. Substantial funds are siphoned off from the Incense Corporation to the plaintiff, ISKCON of California, in the form of royalties, donations, interest, etc. The judge also concluded, quote, net sales of the Spiritual Sky Incense operation during the years 1972 and 1976. I thought they just started in 1975. I'm confused. So the judge also concluded that, quote, net sales of the Spiritual Sky Incense operation during the years 1972 and 1976 averaged in excess of $200 million per year. Gross profit on sales averaged close to $1 million per year. Although net income has fluctuated because of very unusual financial transactions between Spiritual Sky and ISKCON of California, end quote. Immel also began expanding ISKCON real estate holdings in California. An expansion continued by his successor, Robert Grant, the current guru. By 1979, ISKCON of California owned almost all of the 4 blocks surrounding its headquarters in the area where Culver City and Los Angeles merge. In this area, according to the Los Angeles Times, are separate apartment buildings and facilities to house ISKCON's recording studio, artist's warehouse, and the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. According to the Culver City Business Licensing Division, there is also a display button manufacturing company. a display button manufacturing company. I guess at the Krishna's war? I'm not sure. The recording studio operates as a subdivision of the tax-exempt book trust. Quote, but ISKCON of California also has rented its recording facilities to third parties for profit, end quote. According to a federal court decision, the artist's warehouse called Fate Studios, F-A-T-E, also is a subdivision of the book trust. Financing statements filed under provisions of the Uniform Commercial Code indicate. The book trust itself is another tier in the ISKCON financial complex. It is a division of ISKCON of California, Inc., and publishes Krishna literature for the worldwide movement. Little is known about its financing, but in a 1978 tax case in Los Angeles, it was revealed that the trust earned more than $4 million during the years of 1973 to 1976. The net worth of the trust in those same years increased from $1.2 million to $4 million, the court said. The B could find no record that hinted at the sales or worth of the button manufacturing company. The button manufacturing company is known as Pin Up the World. The company, according to B sources, manufactures buttons that Krishna devotees sell or use when soliciting money from the public. Some of the buttons reputedly advocate for non-religious activities, such as the reform of marijuana laws. The Hare Krishna movement did not confine itself to acquiring urban property. On November 19, 1979, the Day Memorial Trust, a non-incorporated association that, quote, intends to be an integrated auxiliary of ISKCON of California, Inc., and the International Krishna Movement, was established. The trust purchased a 374-acre ranch in Tulare County, California, for about $800,000 and has taken out building permits for more than $400,000 in improvements, according to sources in the Tulare County Tax Assessor's Office and Building Inspection Department. According to Franchise Tax Board records, the trust has received a contribution from ISKCON of California, Inc. in the amount of $98,500. It is anticipated that a similar sum will be contributed next year and during future years. As an example of how secretive ISKCON can be about its wealth, Grant, the current ISKCON of California guru, told the Bee he never had heard of Day Memorial Trust. However, the Bee later learned that Grant was a Day Memorial trustee. His signature appears on a grant deed, conveying the Tulare County ranch to City National Bank of Beverly Hills, the new trustee. The Bee also learned that in April, Robert H. Lindbergh, an ISKCON devotee who heads Three Worlds Travel, a travel agency located near ISKCON's Los Angeles Culver City complex, recorded the purchase of 377 acres in Tulare County under the name Panorama Farms, Inc. The land cost about $347,000. The stockholders or officers of Panorama Farms have not yet been filed, but the Bee has learned that Benedict, the president of Balarama's Enterprises, is part of the corporation. In Northern California, devotees on March 28, 1978, incorporated the new Hare Foundation, the corporate name of the 400-acre Mount Kalesa farm that police raided March 4th. The farm cost about $300,000, according to sources familiar with the transaction. Because of the guns found at Mount Kalesa and recent alleged weapons violations by ISKCON devotees, law enforcement officials investigating the Hare Krishna movement are disturbed by the recent discovery of yet another business owned by an ISKCON follower. On March 25th, Berkeley police searched a Bay Area garage rented to ISKCON devotee Ronald Roy Walters. They discovered that Walters, whom they previously had arrested for allegedly obtaining a false passport by using the name of a dead child, was operating a business called Sgt. Pepper's Guns. Found in the search was bullet-making equipment and supplies on hand to make 50,000 rounds of ammunition. All right, I'm having issues with my, with my tripod. You know, I have probably a little less than 10 different tripod situations that I've gotten from Amazon over the years, and literally they're all missing a piece that's important, except for this one, and this one's like wobbly. I don't understand. I'm so confused. So now the sun is out pretty bright. It's like 11 in the morning, and I started recording this about 2 hours ago. So you've seen the sun changing, and now there's a shadow on me. It's not the best. Oh, I want to tell you. So I'm wearing lipstick today. I hardly ever wear lipstick. In fact, I feel like a few years ago, my lip color changed, like my natural color changed, and I wasn't able to follow the line anymore like I was before. But I'll tell you what I'm wearing. This is a brand called Juvia's. And this is a palette of face makeup. It's in like an eyeshadow palette. And you can use this to make your face look like these ladies on the cover. And this is called the Warrior 2. I still haven't successfully been able to use it on myself, this stuff, but I did get a lipstick, and that's what I'm wearing right now. It's got this nice textured aspect to the outside of the lipstick. But I decided to wear it yesterday, and I was able to follow the line properly and the bottom, and like I didn't even realize I was wearing lipstick because it does feel a little dry, I will say, but it's kind of like a lip stain kind of effect, and I like that. So I suppose I could put some kind of moisturizing lip balm on top, but then it probably wouldn't last as long, so I'm just doing this for now. But that's what I'm wearing. And my glasses. I'm wearing my glasses. I didn't put my contacts in today. I'm just, I'm just checking it out and seeing how I feel wearing my glasses during the day. So back to the strawberry essence oil. I sniffed it, and it smells exactly like the one I had when I was little. Other than that, like, I feel like the top notes are missing. Like, when I smell it, it takes a little while for the scent to come out, and I haven't applied it yet. I think I'll do that now. Yeah, it's got a little red color there. Oh yeah, it's better on the skin because I can smell it better now. Right, so I've got this, and the thing that I found over the years that smells the most similar before I got this bottle was strawberry seed oil. And I got this one on Amazon. It says 100% pure essential oil. But then in the ingredients, Fragaria and Acessa oil, which I looked up, and it says that this is strawberry seed oil. So it's lipids, it's oil, fat, extracted from the strawberry seed. And you can't use this in perfume making because it's too high in lipids. So if you were to put this in, it wouldn't have enough scent. If you put it a very small amount with alcohol, it wouldn't mix well. And if you used a small enough amount that it would mix well, it would probably not have enough scent. So anyway, I checked this out on perfume making groups and like asked them about it. And if you Google it or whatever, can use strawberry essential oil to make perfume. Like, there are people that are saying, well, like, apparently on TikTok, they're saying, yeah, you can do it. But then there are people that actually make perfume. They're saying, no, that's BS. And you really can't. And this is for like soap making or something, or like you can apply it to your skin too. So I'm going to apply this. I'm going to apply this to this wrist. And this is no color to this. And you can buy strawberry seed oil, also sometimes referred to as strawberry essential oil, but it's not. It's not true essential oil, is I think what I was told. But you can use this on your face or whatever because it's a lipid. It's oil. It's for skin. So it smells the most similar to this essence oil, perfume one. But this one does smell more like bubblegum, so it's sweeter. And I don't have any of this other stuff that it could be blended with. It could be strawberry seed oil blended with vegetable glycerin, potentially. Because I used to have vegetable glycerin around to like extract herbs and like make tinctures and things like that with. And I think, if I recall correctly, that had a very sweet smell to it, like a very sweet, syrupy kind of smell. And so this has a sweet, syrupy aspect to it. Yeah, and I would say like strawberry bubblegum, actually. Can you imagine? I mean, as a child, I love that. I love the smell. Yes, but when I got this from Amazon about a year ago, I was so excited because it seemed very similar. And then I was disappointed that I couldn't make it into a perfume. Yes. I think they put some of this in here and then probably added some, maybe other things to beef it up to make it more like candy smelling. And maybe it was vegetable glycerin mixed with some other things. I don't know. And then they would have colored it too. They would have colored it because this does not have a color. And this has gotten, this is 40 years old. In my estimation, this is 40 years old. And so it's got, well, like I said, some of it is missing. Some of the scent is missing. There's like an oil, but not a rancid type of oil scent to it. It's not all there. It's not all there. I don't really know if I'm going to wear this or not. I just want to have it. I want to be able to smell it and have it. And this is a plastic lid. And also some of the newer, because I did get some, I believe this is from the Chicago, Illinois Spiritual Sky. They used to make strawberry oil as well. And you see they might have even bought the Hare Krishna company because they're using the same type of imagery here. So this is probably from the 1990s or early 2000s. It has a rounded lid. This one's square. Mine was square that I had when I was young. And I put some of the strawberry seed oil in here. And then I want to make it red. So I put dragon's blood, pure dragon's blood, wild crafted. Because this has a really nice red tone to it, so I put that in, so that's why it looks so weird, because it didn't mix. I tried to get it to mix, it didn't mix. But on the back of the label, which you probably can't see, from the one that's manufactured in Chicago or like distributed by Chicago, they write on the back of the label that you can see through here, and this one, the original one, it does not have any writing on the back side of the label. So, wow. I think that's all I have for you. That's all I can think of right now. I'm hoping to do something for Christmas, maybe a video. hopefully, special video for Christmas, and maybe record it on Christmas Day. May or may not get it edited and up that day, but hopefully shortly thereafter. It's going to be a surprise.